Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to this beautiful day. It's a what? It's a Tuesday. I thought it's a Monday. So, today I really want to talk about something really important here. And I just want to start off by asking you this question. Mostly in your life, what is really or what is usually the most defining factor of your life? Whenever you have to move to the next level, whenever you have to make a decision to say that I want to do this, what is always the defining factor of your life? I'll tell you. The most defining factor of each and every person's life lies on decisions. Decisions. Yes, you heard me right. Everything in any person's life, it is entirely reliant on their decisions. Today, you are where you are because of the decisions that you took to make. Today, you are in a relationship that you are into because of the decisions that you have made. You are in a certain mental state, in a certain financial state, in a certain physical state, in a certain emotional state because of the decisions that you have made. Oftentimes, we don't realize that one thing that is always stopping us to grow to the next level, it is always one thing: our decisions. And most of the time, when something happens to you, right, you have a choice. And with that choice, you choose to give a perspective, or you choose to, define a particular situation in a certain way. Let me read it. So, when you are going through something in your life, or you want to do something in your life, your decisions based on what you're going to focus on is what is going to move you, whether backwards or whether forward in your life. Most of the time, you'd realize that if you make a decision that every morning or every evening I'm going to commit a certain time or a certain period of time learning and developing myself. It's a commitment that you are making to yourself, right? And with that commitment, it is going to determine your focus. What are you going to focus on? If you have this in mind, that in this season, I want to work in myself. I want to become the best version of myself. What you are mostly definitely going to do is you're going to choose the things that you're going to focus on. Your attention is going to be shifted to the things that are going to relate or align with the person that you want to become in that season, or your emotional state, or the person that you are in that particular season, right? So, what you choose to focus on, right? We experience it. We experience life based on what we choose to focus on. What we focus on, we feel, right? Focus equals to feeling. Whether you wake up the next day feeling excited, having that energy and enthusiasm to just kick off that day and do your best or become the best in that particular day, it is entirely based on how you are feeling. Are you having those feelings of sadness? Are you having those feelings of joy? Are you having those feelings of excitement? Or maybe you are just laid back and then you just think that life is not it. So make a choice, because your choices and your decisions are going to determine the direction of your life, right? And mostly in our lives, we are often focused in what is wrong or what is not going right. Like every time, every season, the way most of the people have been programmed. Whenever you meet a person, whether in a workspace, whether in the street, whenever someone cross your path and then they just maybe rub against you, the first thing that comes into your mind is, what does he want? What does she want? I think that they are just trying me. And you instantly, you would find wrong in that person. You'll find something wrong with that person, whether that person was just passing by and then it was a mistake that they just rubbed you. And that is what is really driving most people's lives, right? That is what is mostly driving people's lives. What you focus on, you feel. Our focus control our life, and most of us, we don't control what we focus on. Our focus controls our life, right? And most of us don't control what we focus on. It's something that sometimes most of the people that are just often caught in series of emotions where they're focused in, certain things, or their shift is focused on things that are not going right. So where you are focused, it is going to just, life is just going to take you there. But most of us, we don't control what we choose to focus on. We are not aware that if I pay attention to such kind of things, they're going to determine my emotional state of being. They're going to influence how I view things. They're going to influence how I perceive life, relationships, marriage. Your focus, it controls your life. But most of the people, they don't control their focus. In order for you to be in control of your life, you must master and learn what you choose to focus on. And this comes with awareness. Whenever you find yourself focusing in something that is not aligned, if by your intention you have made a choice that this is a decision that I am making, that every day I'm going to be a grateful person, every day I'm going to see the good in other people, I'm going to appreciate other people more, you're going to see that. The second point is, what does things mean to you? Remember that your decisions, they drive, firstly, what you're going to focus on. Secondly, they drive they drive what things mean to you, right? What things mean to you. Once you have shifted your focus to a certain thing, right? Your mind is going to create a meaning, or is going to attach a perspective to what you are focusing on. Like I was telling you that most of the people, they don't control their focus, but focus controls people. You realize that if, for example, you believe that people are not always good, people are always, mean to you, it's a belief, and it's something that you have built within yourself, that in life people are always going to be mean to you, or people are not going to be understanding, because you have chosen to focus your life in that particular thing and give meaning to it. That's how your life is going to be driven. So it's very important to be mindful to things that are happening around you. What does things mean to you? Because Obviously, when things are right, when relationships are going right, finances are going right, family is doing good, your health and fitness is going right, automatically your mind attach a perspective to those circumstances to say, life is great, life is amazing, life is beautiful, right? But when things are not going right, what happens? That's when our control and especially our perspective has to be shaped, where we have to be in control of it. Because when things are not going right, most of the time you find that we find it difficult to give the circumstances or the situations a good meaning, or something that is motivating, or something that is lifting and helping you to be a better person each and every day. And thirdly, what drives our decision is, what are you going to do? If you have chosen to focus on a certain things and you have given that particular thing a meaning, what are you going to do about it? If you feel like there's unemployment, your energy and your focus has been in that, what are you going to do about it to change and transform your life? If you feel like I'm broke, your attention is focused in the fact that I'm going through financial crisis, and with that meaning, with that situation, you give it a meaning that I'm not going to be able to achieve anything because I don't have money. The thing is, what are you going to do about it after you have given that circumstance a meaning? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to stand up and say, it's now that time where I take control of my life. It's now that time where I dig deep into myself and I go into a journey of personal growth and transformation and work in myself and improve myself, learn a new skill and become the best version of myself. So here are the just, 3 quick tips that can help you to reshape your life based on this one powerful factor that is driving our life: decisions. I hope that you have been inspired and you have learned 2 or 3 things from this. Thank you, and I hope that each and every day the decisions that you would make, they will help you and propel you forward to the person you want to become. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that also your public speaking skills are important. Also your speaking skills are important. Why waste time? Why waste your talent? Why waste your gifts where they're just hidden and barren within you and you're not giving them to the world, expressing them out to the world? Just think about it. We are running a public speaking program that is going to run for 6 weeks, and I'm reaching out to you to say that this is the best investment decision that you can ever make for yourself. This is the best investment decision that you can ever make for your own life, because it is not just a public speaking course, but it is something that is going to change your entire life. And all I can say is that everything begins with just one step. It's not something that is just going to happen overnight and something that is just going to happen quickly and result will just follow instantly. There has to be a process. So if you are that person and you are willing to step into the next version of yourself, I'm giving you this opportunity. I'll meet you on the 7th of June, 2025. Thank you. Make sure that you make the best decisions of your life each and every day.